There's no way that somebody being 20 minutes late one time is going to cause somebody to cut somebody out. I don't think I've laughed so hard in my life until I met him. Salons and in barbershops.
Wait,
I know.
what?
It's weird. The
How
laws
does
are
that
different.
make sense?
So I'm not allowed to use a straight razor. You have your cups full.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I think it's a great thing that you enjoy both of your jobs. Like, it's not like it's grueling for you. It's
Yeah.
not, I don't dread going to work.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Big Man's Cabana podcast. I'm your host, Matthew J. Lepore, and I'm on with Miss Daria. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
So, Daria, you were talking about getting on here a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah,
I don't know why
feel
I'm like
good about it.
sweating my butt off right now. Do you see this?
I make you nervous.
Oh, right. So, Daria, on like a day-to-day basis, I want you to kind of tell me a little bit about you. What do you see on like a regular day? Like, you wake up, what's happening?
I wake up, take the dog for a walk,
Okay.
and then I am always getting ready for work. I feel like that's most of my life.
Okay. You can take that if you want.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. You're good.
So I get ready, and then I go to work, and
Okay.
then I come home. And
So you're also a hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work at a salon? So how did you get started with that?
it was something I always knew I wanted to do.
Oh my god, I'm sweating. That's so weird. I was like running around. I'm like, fuck, dude. But you're good. You're good.
It's something I always knew I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was always good at it, and I knew I wasn't going to college. So when I was
Sure.
in high school, I didn't really apply myself the way I should have. But
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going, so I focused on partying instead. Had fun though.
So did you go to like a salon school, or did you just
I went
learn?
to beauty school. It's
Okay.
a state license.
Oh, so it's not cosmetology.
It is cosmetology.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm licensed for a lot of things.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but I just do hair and makeup. I don't want to do pedicures and all that.
Gotcha.
other stuff.
So, okay. So where are you working at now? Do you
I
have?
work at Indulgences in Ridley.
Oh my god.
I've been there for 17 years.
So how far is that from here?
So I live in KOP.
Oh my god.
So I'm 20 minutes, literally right in the middle, 20 minutes
Yeah.
from there and 20 minutes from Creekside. But I'm on the blue route,
Oh, dude, that fucking
which
blue
is a
route,
pain
dude.
in the ass, and every
Yeah.
day there's traffic.
So when you're coming from Creekside, like you're working till what, like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m, and then you're getting up and going to another job.
On Saturdays.
Oh my god, dude.
Just on Saturdays. But it's tough.
So how does that work? Like
I think it's just from being used to doing it. It's habit.
so how does that work with home life? Like I know you're with someone right now. We don't have to say their name or anything like that, but how does that work with like home life? Because you're always constantly gone.
It's trying.
Mm.
It can be difficult.
Yeah, I understand.
I do have Sundays off. I used to have Sunday and Monday, but I took,
Yeah.
jumped on another shift because I just bought a car, so I needed
Yeah.
the extra money.
I understand.
Right now, my focus is on I have goals.
Yeah.
Not that relationships aren't important, but we are both like not in a place where we can just like sit back and
Yeah. Sure,
just have
yeah.
off all the time. So my focus is on getting to where I want to be.
That's awesome, dude. So now with bartending,
Mm-hmm.
how did that start?
Well, I was in and out of the industry for years,
Okay.
like throughout my 20s and stuff. And then I actually had it was when I was separated
Okay.
because I was married before.
Mm.
And I needed money because I didn't have
Sure. Yeah.
anything. I had money that I was making at the salon, but it wasn't enough to
Yeah.
take
for
care
sure.
of myself.
For sure.
I was kind of screwed in a way.
Mhm.
So I did a guest bartending gig, and I really loved it.
What's
And
a guest bartending gig?
It's like celebrity bartending, I guess, what some people call it. Like
Okay.
I had a bar that I hung out at.
Oh, they just let you go and
Yeah, like I worked with someone, and it was
Okay.
like it's to bring people in.
yeah.
And I had a really good crowd that came out,
Sure.
and I loved it. And they were like, "You're really good at it." My mom did it, so like it's just something that naturally I don't know. It was natural to me.
Well, it's awesome because I know like Cody and all of them, they talk really highly about you too.
Oh, really?
So, oh yeah, without a doubt. And he'll be okay with me saying this.
He will never say that to my face.
No. So that is one thing like that I wish that they did more is like, well, I mean, like, you know, you work a lot of the prime time, so it's also like they wouldn't let you do that if you weren't good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plus, most people come in to like see you, and like I know a lot of like the regulars love you. But so you started then. Now, where was that at?
That was at Lion's Head. It was in Ridley.
Oh, jeez.
It's closed now, but I had a really good mentor. So he hired me as a hostess because I was like, I want to bartend now, and he was like, all right. So I didn't want to serve. I've already done that, been there, done that for years, and I was like, he's like, all you have to do, he's like, just do what you're supposed to do. Pick up shifts when you can, help out whenever you can, and I promise you, you'll be behind the bar in no time. I went from hostess to bartender within months.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude,
and
that's sick.
I busted my ass, and I picked up on it quick and easy, and I love it. And I think when you enjoy doing something, you're good at it.
There's a good quote my grandmother always said. It's like if you like what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah. And it seems like you guys have a lot of fun. Like whenever like I come back there, I'm just beat and tired and angry.
Right.
And I'm like, hey guys, and you guys are all like dancing and doing your thing. I'm like,
well, it's the only way we can get through the night on the weekends, especially on the weekends. The weekends are they're fun, but you know people.
oh, dude, I know.
It's tough to
I know.
It's tough to be patient.
It is. But so what would you say to someone like, okay, let's take Vince.
Okay.
Right? Good old Vince,
My little
right?
buddy.
He because he started in a college bar. So what would you say for someone who's trying to get into the industry, be a bartender, be proficient in that area? Like what would you say to them if they're trying to start?
Well, every place has their rules.
Sure.
Follow the rules. Do things the way that place wants you to do them. Don't make up your own rules. Don't try to change things. Just do what you're told. Show up on time. Be helpful. And be a team member.
I love that. I love that.
That is the most important. You always want to worry about the people that are coming on after you.
I love that.
Because you have to set up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when it's off, and everything's thrown off.
Trust me, I hear that. That's cool because I feel like a lot of people that listen to this, like a lot of you guys are on Spotify, as you saw, we're literally across the pond. That's why I don't want to freak you out, because I realized I was so excited because like I can see where like everything is, and I saw the map,
right?
And I'm like, fuck, wait, she's coming on Monday. I don't want to freak her out because people are like,
I was a little nervous. I was like, well,
people look at my YouTube and they go, oh, I'm like, and then like I show them like the Spotify, they go, oh, I'm like,
yeah. Which is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. But I actually was really excited to do this today, and I felt so bad because I almost texted him like, "Hey, I might need a couple minutes," because I was running from the gym, coming home, trying to change, get everything going, and then you're here. I'm like, "All right, perfect."
Yeah. No, you can always count on me to be a couple minutes behind. So
it's all right. You haven't had so Gio. You guys have heard Gio on before, and obviously you know Gio.
Of course.
He consistently is at least 15 to 30 minutes late.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
These are his words all my life, but he calls it CPT.
What's that?
Colored people time.
I hate him.
It's just
he's one of the best people.
Dude,
in the world.
I love him. He's been my oldest friend, and it'll be my wedding. But like, he'd roll up late and he'd be like, "What's up?" I'm like, "How you doing?" He goes, CPT." I'm like, "Gio."
He's one of the funniest guys I know.
Yeah,
I miss him.
He's great.
I really do. He was one of the reasons why I looked forward to working on the weekends.
He was good too, and what I liked about him too is the issue that we're kind of having. I'm not going to name names, but like he was fair.
Right.
He was fair.
Right.
And he really didn't kind of care about anyone. Not like care about anyone. Like he didn't care about like favoritism. He was just like, "This is your job.
Right.
Do it."
Right.
You know.
And that's the way it should be.
I agree.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I like. I know I get to see him obviously more than you do, but he doesn't change, man. He is hysterical.
I have laughed. I don't think I've laughed so hard in my life until I met him. I mean, like we had so many nights after hours, like because he would always stay, where we would just die laughing. I would almost pee my pants because he was just the things that come out of his mouth, just random. And a lot of them we keep, we use them a lot, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I don't want to say them on here.
Well, dude, it's funny because he got me a TikTok ban situation. So, okay, so before when it was the table and it was all of that,
Oh, banned?
like the video went down, they gave me a strike.
No.
Yeah. So we're sitting on
You
the table.
almost got canceled.
Oh, so there's another story I'll tell you about. This on the other podcast. It really wasn't that bad, but he's sitting here, right? We're doing this together. We're talking. He grabs an Elmo that he actually. Well, I mean, him and I've been friends since kindergarten. It was sitting down here. Now this is
I saw that.
yeah. This is my mom's house. So I don't always live here. So like, he brings the Elmo and puts it back under here, and then holds Elmo to the thing, and I'll put it up on the green screen for you guys. And he says like the N word and like a bunch of other expletives and throws it. Of course, I clipped that.
Right.
So I had to, and then they were like, "Yeah, dude, you can't." I'm like, "All right." I love that kid
There's
though.
a lot of sensitivity. I mean,
It's all right. I got a little flack because Gavin and I did one, and we posted the video. And it was about like guns and things like that. And
I love Gavin too, by the way.
dude, Gavin's great.
Great guy.
It's all right. I'll try to bring him around more often. But anyways, so now with like working with hair, is it kind of cool to like look at people's hair and be like, oh, I know how to do that?
I know it's weird. It's like a natural. It's one of the things. Like I just immediately. Somebody brought to my attention before that when I describe someone, I always start with the hair. And they're like, and I would have never thought anything of that, but I guess that's not a normal thing.
No,
and I'm like, that's totally normal to me. Like the first thing I'm thinking of.
So have you always been able to do that, or is it just after?
Yeah.
So you were bound to be in this industry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, God.
I always loved I had I was a kid in the 80s, so I had like the big bangs and like I had like perfection. They were perfection.
Oh, were you one of those girls that would get up in the morning
Oh,
and
hell
like,
yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God, that was like a thing,
Hair
wasn't
was
it?
always done.
Really?
Yeah.
You
I
never-
didn't. I don't think I ever went through that phase where like a lot of little girls go through the phase where they just don't want to brush their hair. They don't want to like.
Yeah.
I never went through that phase.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it might be because my mom and my sister were like that. So
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah,
it's a little vanity, but I don't mind being a little vain. So
It's okay. I mean, like Amanda went through a little phase.
Yeah.
She's my little sister. She's almost 14.
oh
Jesus
yeah,
Christ,
Oof,
yeah.
yikes.
Dude, I feel old.
Especially to this day, in these days. God bless her.
Oh, dude, I know. But yeah, so have you ever like looked at someone? They like they were just walking around and their hair's just messed up.
Oh.
Like, do you ever just like go?
I get twitchy. Like,
Oh.
I like it like goes through my like core. I'm like, ugh, like I just want to like rip out some foils and bust out a nice little balayage or something.
So okay, so what I have so many questions in that
Okay.
industry because I don't really know much about it.
Okay.
I know balayage because I've just seen TikToks and it's gonna sound really weird. I've dated a lot of blonde women.
Okay.
But like, how do you go to a process of changing someone's hair color? Like,
Depends on what they want.
okay, so let's say right, let's say they want to go from blonde to brunette.
Blonde to brunette's easy.
How does that work?
Well, a lot of you want to fill it because it's kind of like paint,
Okay.
like a primer in a way.
Okay.
You want to fill it. I usually fill it with like something on the red side because
Okay.
if you put brown on top of blonde, a lot of times the brown has a green undertone, so you don't want it to turn green. So you want to fill it. Yeah. Yeah. You want to fill it, and it's not like it's an in between. And then you put the color right on top of that. Like you rinse it out and put the color right on top of that filler. So all the tones are in there for it to be.
I understand. So, okay. Is that a 2-day or 3-day process?
That's a 1 day. Yeah, that's easy. Going from dark to light, different story.
So going from light to dark. So, okay. Let's make sure that I'm not this stupid. So you're gonna put the filler in. And then once that's done, then you put the brown on?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it had to like dry. It doesn't have to
it's-
dry or anything like that.
No.
It's just
No. Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone come back say my hair's green?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Nice.
No. Yeah, that's definitely not one I've ever. But we have a lot of people that would go from black, and I mean like they've been dyeing their own hair with box dye, black tar.
Do you not like that stuff?
It's a nuisance. It's a big nuisance. Now, I don't dislike it because I love a challenge.
Okay.
And that to me is a challenge because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But that to me is something that should be done in moderation. It should not be done all at once because you'll kill the person's hair.
Oh.
I mean, they have things like Olaplex and K18.
What's K18?
K18 is similar to Olaplex. It's like a protein builder.
Okay.
So it doesn't ruin the hair.
Yeah.
But it's still not good for your hair. You need to worry about the integrity of the hair before the color of the hair. Because if you get the desired color, if the integrity's messed up, it's going to look like shit.
Oh,
it's going to be like a fuzzball of...
Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You want it to look pretty.
So, have you ever had someone come in and like they constantly do their own like coloring, and it just I just saw the eye roll,
and they all lie. Everybody lies. I don't care who you are. You all lie about how much you've colored your hair.
I'm getting salon
and
too.
You know
this is
when
great.
we can find the answers when we're in the bleaching process. I can see in the shaft of the hair how many times, because it's all different. It's usually different. You can see the lines as it comes up, like how many times they've colored it, and yeah, people are like, "Oh, I haven't colored it in 3 years," and it's like, well, you lied. But, yeah.
Dude, what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
now it's something that I will see. You might not see it if I don't.
Oh, that's
if I didn't point it out to you.
So you've had people come in and go, "Hey, I want to get a that's the only word I know, a balayage." But then you've noticed they've dyed it so many times, you can see the different lines in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
like
how often do they lie about that? Or are people like truthful, or do you have?
It's not that they're like their intentions are to be like deceitful, but I think they just don't. I don't think that there's enough knowledge, which is fine. They're not to be expected to know. I don't think that they realize what a color process is. Some people think lightening their hair is a color process, but darkening their hair isn't a color process, or a toner isn't a process, which it is. It's still a chemical process. It's still chemicals on the hair.
So what does a toner do?
A toner is like, say you have blonde hair and I bleach it up. You're getting a balayage and I bleach it up. When you bleach the hair, it doesn't always come up even because of the history. The history of the hair is so important because then we know what to mix to get to the desired point.
Oh, so do you think that they're just embarrassed that they're doing their own hair and then they're going to a professional?
Maybe. Yeah, it's very possible.
See, that's one of the things. I feel like if I'm going to spend this money and have this person work for hours, 'cause I know when Christine got her hair done,
Right.
Like in my head, right? Like if I go to my buddy Kevin, right? If I go, "Yo, Kev, shit me out," he goes, "All right, I'm in and out of there in like 40 minutes, right? 45 minutes." So in my head, I'm like, okay, like an hour and a half. Like she has long hair,
Right. Oh
no, for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's insane."
And that's somebody who takes their time and they're thorough. And I mean, I will take my time. I don't want to rush through things. Some people can get things done a lot faster. I would rather not rush.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own way of doing things.
Sure. So, is with the salon that you work at, is there any beef with like other salons? Like, does that happen?
No, we have a salon literally directly across the street from us, and there's no beef.
Really?
Ridley's a pretty big area, and like we've been around for a long time, so we're established. So we have our clients.
Yeah.
There's no like our clients are going to come to our salon. There's no competition really.
So when it comes to like poaching, does none of that never happen?
I'm not a poacher.
Okay.
People will come to me and say, I mean, I have a story about a woman who lied about me poaching.
Oh, let's do it. I want to hear it.
So she was.
I love this. I love storytelling.
Crazy. She was crazy. I can't even. So she worked at Wawa, and I stopped in her Wawa every day to get my coffee on my way to work. And every time I would be in there, she would be like, "I want my hair like yours. I want my hair to look like yours." And she had like a lot of hair, like horse hair almost. Like
okay.
thick.
You do have really nice hair. Even
Thank
Christina
you.
said that too.
Thank you. Thanks, Christine. She's so cute. So this woman's hair was just like a lot. So I'm like, ugh. And she's like, "Well, I go to this girl down the street." And I was like, I know her. We grew up together. We played softball together. I love her.
Yeah.
She's a great hairdresser, great person, love her to death.
Sure.
That's awesome. Good for you. And she kept, every time I'd see her, I want my hair like yours. I want my hair like yours. And I'm like, whatever, that's fine. Whatever. You should ask the person to do that. So then I was in there one morning. She's like, I made an appointment with you. And I was like, oh, well, what happened to what's her name? And she's like, oh, well, I showed up there and I was 20 minutes late and they told me, they cut me out. They cut me off. They told me I wasn't allowed to get done there anymore. And I was like, now I'm not stupid. I'm a realist. I also know on the other end, there's no way that somebody being 20 minutes late one time is going to cause somebody to cut somebody out.
And
I'm
considering you deal with people all day, you're like, I know.
Right.
I've
so,
heard
and I know the girl, and I'm like, something seems a little fishy. So
oh no.
I do her hair, and of course she comes in and she has this. It was red and blonde highlights in dark hair, and I'm not a fan of that. Sorry, people, I'm just not a fan of that. I hate that.
It's okay.
So I'm like, and it was a nightmare because her hair she had so much. I worked on her for so long, and it was thick and frizzy. It was just, ugh.
It sounds dead. It sounded dead.
Yeah, because it was really long, too.
Oh, okay.
And she straightened it all the time, so it was like fried, which is very bad. But
oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Everything needs to be done in moderation.
Dude, I don't think you understand. I am learning so much right now. This is great. I'm gonna see Christine after this, and she
You're
goes,
like, you can't flat iron your hair anymore.
Listen, Daria said this.
Well, now you have it recorded, so you can read
I can always reference. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
So I do the lady's hair. She was a pain in the ass, and I'm like, oh. And lo and behold, my friend in between or during this time, her and her fiance at the time were looking for a house. I know this has nothing, doesn't sound like it has anything to do with it. So the lady was in, and I was working next to my friend.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, oh my God. She's like, me and Rob were looking at houses, and we looked at that lady's house. And the lady actually said that we were in the back room when she told me this. We come out, and the lady's like, why didn't you like my house?
Oh my God.
We were like, what the fuck?
That's so weird.
It's so awkward and uncomfortable. And I mean, there were reasons why she didn't like the house, but like she wasn't going to tell her. She's a customer.
Oh God.
So yeah. So then I did her hair one more time, and it was after I got into a car accident and I had cracked my sternum. So it was my first week back, and I had asked her politely, is there any way that I could like skip out on blow drying your hair because it hurts? It hurt because you're using your arms. She said no. So that's fine. So I suffered through it. And then I run into the other hairdresser girl at a thing because we grew up together. So we grew up with the same people.
Sure.
And I was like, so how about, and she goes, oh, she's like, first of all, she was 2 hours and 45 minutes late. And it wasn't her first time, obviously. And she couldn't stand her. So she was like, done with her. And I was like, I knew that makes sense.
Yeah.
Total sense. I'm like, well, I don't want her. Like, I'd rather you take her back. And she goes, I knew because I know you. I knew this wasn't true. She's like, but she came in and she said that you kept going to Wawa and saying, come and get your hair done by me. Come and get your hair done by me. I was like, I don't want to say the girl's name, but like, I would never, ever do that. Like, that's taking money out of somebody's pocket. And this is a girl that I grew up with.
Sure.
And I would never want to take money out of her pocket.
See, that's the one thing with that I've always been curious about, because like I feel that most people in that industry that are like appointment based, they're based on the clients and whatever it is, they're like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that to someone else.
No.
But then I didn't know if it was like okay, take the Trap in Creekside, for example, right?
Right.
The Trap will constantly, and they do this. They'll try to bring people over and because like we've gotten people who have gotten cards from them, from Rodney or wherever it is, but like that's taking money out of pockets. And same thing with like I know there was this thing at I'm not going to talk about it like the specific shop. I'll tell you after. But they were actually pulling clients. They were emailing them.
No,
This is for like men's cuts.
that's not okay.
And yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you. I'll tell you after.
That to me says something about the people that are doing it, not
Well, not everyone knows that.
right.
See, and the thing is too is like you and I, aside from like me not being as cool as doing hair, but like we've been working in the service industry so long where it's like we know that.
Right.
But these people, they go, oh, a little bit less. It's not that far from me. Why not?
Right.
You know.
Right.
Um.
But then that just questions their loyalty too.
Well, so that's the whole thing too. Is like I do have to be like because I've talked to him and I are really cool. But I used to go to Sal's and Ian Harrison. For all of you out there, I know we're almost hitting 70K on there, guys. Ian Harrison, he's a fantastic barber. Check him out. He's at Sal's Barbershop. But I used to go to him. That's where I used to get my haircut all the time. I used to drive to Boyertown. But I did promise my buddy Kev, like once he was in the area and he was in Phoenixville, I would start going to him. And Ian knew that, so like I would go to both. But then Ian like, I'm like, hey dude, like this is still like a 45-minute drive.
Right.
And
Well,
he was
that's understandable.
Yeah, he
like,
was cool
we,
about it.
We can understand. Like we're human.
Yeah.
You know, like I think a lot of people have a tough time being honest too. I would much rather you just say to me, look, it doesn't make sense for me. Like I'm traveling so far, I can't get there after work. Our schedules aren't working out. I'm okay with that. I understand that because I'm a human being.
Yeah.
I have schedules too, and some things work out for me and some things don't. Rather than you just ghosting.
Yeah.
Because some of these people, you know, you build a relationship with these people.
Well, he took me to 2 barber battles.
Oh,
dude, you ever been to a barber?
that's fun. No, I've never been to one.
So funny story. I don't want to take up too much of the time because obviously this is your thing. But I didn't know what those were, and this was like really kind of seeing like your industry.
Yeah.
And it's like I can almost kind of relate it to like a strongman competition.
Okay.
Like they have like fastest fades. They'll do like little hairdressing stuff, like women, guys, all this stuff, and it's like an
That's
actual
awesome.
competition.
Where the heck are these?
This one was the one that I went to was in Reading. The other one, I forget the other one. But yeah, like I would have to go every like 4 days, or every like 3 or 4 days to go get cut. Like obviously he wouldn't charge me.
Right.
To go to and I'd be like after everyone closed, they're locking up, and then I'm getting cut real quick. He goes, all right, we gotta make it stay like this. So you have to come in, and then I'll see you. And like, you get up on stage, you have judges, you have people going around, you have announcers, you have little like vendors.
Oh, I would love to go to that.
You should check it out.
I really want to get my barbering license.
Nice.
I think all I have to do is like an apprenticeship, like get hours at a barber shop. I know a guy that I grew up with. He's really, really good.
Okay.
Really good. And he offered, you know, you can come to my shop and I can, you know, sign the paper for you and teach you a thing or two. I can do clipper cuts, but we're not allowed in this salon. The laws are different in salons and in barbershops. I know.
What?
It's weird. The laws are different.
Make sense?
So I'm not allowed to use a straight razor. So I don't know how to use one because I was never allowed to use one. But if I have my barbering license, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to use it in the salon.
Interesting.
I don't quote me on that.
Okay, yeah. And again, I'll always like check it and put it up too on our beautiful massive little TV thing we have here. But yeah, I didn't know that. So it's so like, is there a reason?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they just don't trust us crazies because we're known for being crazy.
I don't know, dude. I know a lot of barbers that like went to jail for some like heinous shit. Like when I was like younger, like the first ever story I heard, I was like 18. I was like, yo, that's why he's not here anymore. They're like, yeah. I'm like,
he went to jail for it?
not for like using the straight razor.
Oh.
Oh, no, different.
No, barbers are allowed to use the straight razor.
That's wild.
Cosmetologists.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's not the only reason, but like I want to learn how to use the straight razor, and I just want more barbering skills. Like I watch barbering videos all the time on my Instagram and TikTok.
There's a really good guy, talent also at Sal's. He is dope, and I mean the designs that this man does is
It's
he's
such a talent.
oh my god, it's impressive to me. And I've watched him on stage in one of those bar battles. I forget the design, but he does it. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
You only have 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
It's
That's
just
incredible, especially with the timing.
yeah.
Because, like, anybody can get anything done, and, if you have enough time for it. But getting
Sure.
something that good done,
Mm-hmm.
that's impressive.
Do they ever have like salon battles, or does that not exist?
No.
They don't have 4 hour.
5-hour
Do you-
conferences.
So like, how does okay?
I mean, we have classes,
Yeah.
and you have to stay fresh on your education.
Yeah.
You can't be a stagnant hairdresser that knows everything, because it's a forever changing industry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So okay. So in 4 hours of time,
Mm-hmm.
I can get like a solid 2.5 hour lift in, right? I could eat food, and then I can shower,
Right.
and then get ready for work.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do for 4 hours?
Well, I mean, like when you're doing foils, so you got foils. Most are getting foils, color, toner,
Okay.
and a cut. That's a lot. Foils, you're putting in each highlight one by one. In each foil, you're weaving out and painting it on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all hand done, so it takes time. And we talk.
Okay.
I mean, talking. I always say my mouth gets me in trouble and pushes me behind. Like when I do bridal parties, I'm like, don't mind me. I'm not super chatty. It's only because I know that I know myself and I have to be on a time crunch.
Yeah.
So I just get through it.
So how does that work with bridal parties?
So it depends on the bride. Like we will always offer for them to come into the shop first.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they'd rather us travel. So it's usually me and one or two of the other girls that I work with. It's not through the salon. So we get to pocket. I don't know if that's
I can cut that.
okay.
Timestamp 32:12.
So we travel to them. Like the last one we traveled to, we went to Rivercrest in Phoenixville.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful, beautiful place. And their
know.
bridal suite, top notch. They had stations, like hair stations. It was great. It was the first time I've ever experienced that. It was wonderful. The lighting was great. It was a really nice place.
Wow.
So you just usually designate like who's going to do more makeups, because there's only so many of us that do makeup. Not everybody does makeup. So like the last one, I did all the makeups, and then the other girls did the hair, and we had somebody else from a different salon come and help us.
Okay.
Because we can't take everybody from work on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because it's a busy day.
Oh, I guess everyone's off that
Right.
day. They're trying to get there.
But it's also got to be worth it for us to take the day off. So, like, there has to be enough girls in the bridal party to make it worth taking the day off at the salon. Can't be just like one person, one bride, and be like, "Can you take off to come do my hair and makeup?" It's like,
No.
as much as I'd love to, it has to be worth it for me.
Yeah, I mean that's your
And
job.
then there's travel time.
Yeah.
You know,
What's the farthest you've traveled for one of those?
it was down in like Egg Harbor Township.
I don't know.
It was the Renault Winery.
I'm not
They
familiar.
have blueberry champagne, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It tastes like a blueberry muffin.
Is it really?
It's so good, and it's strong.
The only time I ever had truly had champagne was I think at my friend's wedding last year.
Oh my god, this stuff was good.
What was it called?
Blueberry champagne. It's like their thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to go down and because we went to the little shop after. We're like, let's see what they have, and bought a couple bottles. Man, that stuff was good.
I've never found champagne to be a thing that I have or drink. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you drop a little sugar cube in the bottom of a glass of champagne, it sweetens it up and it keeps it fizzy the whole time. Tastes better.
See, look at the bartending thing come out of you. I've never known that either.
Or Pop Rocks. You can rim it with Pop Rocks and drop some in. Keeps it fizzy. And it gives it some flavor.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm learning so much today.
Yeah.
So, with those bridal parties, how that's an entire event, an entire day.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I can still get to Creekside after, but I'm there from like a lot of times we'll start at like 6:30 in the morning, depending on how big the bridal party is and what time the photographer needs them to be ready by, because that's what we go by, not by what time the wedding starts, because the photographer needs them for their before pictures, like of the girls getting ready and the whole, traditional thing.
Oh, God, that's a thing.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. That's why, like, so like being at Creekside, right? I get to see different parts of the place. I get to be there early, work the wedding, prep the wedding, help gauge all that kind of stuff. I was gauge most of the stuff, but I get to see the brides, the groomsmen, and I'm like the brides will be there, get their hair done, and be there from like 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and they'll be there all day.
Yeah.
And the groomsmen may get there at 12.
Oh yeah. Well, that's when we're working on a bridal party and somebody forgets something, I'm like, call one of the guys. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Put them to work. Because you guys are sitting here all day. Nobody can go anywhere. They have nothing to do but shower and change.
Yeah.
And they're available.
Because I told Christina, like, if anything ever happens, we get married, I'm letting you know. If this thing's at 3:00, I will be there at 2:15.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Why
Yeah.
not? You don't have to do all that stuff. I mean, it's a whole thing for the girls, too.
Yeah.
They want to be together, and they want to spend the morning together and getting ready.
Yeah.
They bring music and champagne and drinks and food. They usually feed us,
Okay.
which is nice. Like, I'm just like, give me the coffee. I need the coffee.
Dude, everywhere I go, I always have caffeine on me.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I have a whole, like, stockpile in the
Yeah.
back fridge at work.
Like, ghosts at work. Shout out to Jason. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Every shift, I'm like, I need a ghost.
They're nice.
Those things are so good.
200 milligrams of caffeine.
I like the pink ones, though.
Mm.
The watermelon, I think it is.
Pink one? I don't know. I haven't had a ghost in a while.
They're so good.
See, the thing is that they're only 200 milligrams. If I get the rains, they're
I don't-
300 milligrams.
I've never had that.
I'll bring you one.
Rain?
Rain.
Where do you get them?
I'll get them before work at Chihuahua.
Okay.
It's like 30 something.
Okay.
I'll grab you one. That's 300 milligrams. Has BCAAs. It has a whole bunch of good hydration stuff. The number one on
Okay.
the market currently for caffeine supplements.
All right.
Not that I know that or
I'm going to
anything
hold
like
you
that.
to that.
All right, no, it's fine.
I'll be
I'll
looking.
see you.
I won't stop for my coffee on my way into work
Okay,
today.
that's fine. I have to be there at 4, so I think you have to be there at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I'm glad
forget.
you're working tonight. You don't usually work Mondays.
No, I don't usually work Mondays.
Is it
They
for
had
the
to
Phillies?
move me around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus, we all went to the Renaissance Fair yesterday.
How was that?
So good.
Oh my God. I've never done it, but I heard it's so much fun.
Did you have to?
My mom told me, like, my parents are so not the people that you would have ever expected to go to the
Really?
Renaissance Fair. And my mom was like, Daria, all we did was drink and laugh at people all day long. She's like, it was the best day of my life.
Dude, I took Gavin, like, maybe a year or two ago. The first time, he wasn't prepared for what to expect.
Did you dress?
No, I don't think not that year. I did wear, like, a kilt and stuff the following year. Because I had one for a competition that I had to wear. But we gets there, we're in the car, and he looks at me. He sees this woman putting elf ears on, and another lady putting on a dress, and then and then he goes, "Nah, fam, turn this around. I can't do this." I'm like, "Listen, bro, we're gonna drink."
It's exactly how I would have been.
Because he's like, "Nah,
Like,
fam,"
get me out of here.
because he was unprepared. Because like he's never been exposed to
Right.
that. Like for me, like I knew.
Like, I know what to expect going there because I've been told
Yeah.
and I've seen pictures.
Oh, dude, you have to.
I
go.
want to.
It's actually a really good experience. The food's really good.
And everybody stays in character like the entire time,
Oh.
don't they?
Oh yeah, dude. And people who show up there, that don't work there, are in character all day. Good morrow, sir. How are you this eve? I'm like, listen, bro, dude. I'm from
I'd
Royersford,
be like,
Pennsylvania.
yo, what's up?
Well, that's how Gavin was. Gavin's from Norristown. He's never been exposed to that
Yeah, I'm
before.
a Delco girl. That is not a Delco thing.
Exactly. And he went, and now he was excited. He was
Was
like,
he?
oh, dude, he wants to go over here.
I want to go now. I want to
Dude,
go
you should,
so
you should,
bad.
if I go back, you got to come. You can
All
come
right.
with us. It's
For
dude,
sure.
it's fucking fantastic.
I just want to laugh. Like, I feel like it would be hilarious.
Oh God. No, dude, it's good. It's fantastic. Tell you what you got to do is you got to go on like a bridal party, like do all that, make your money, then go and get hammered.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Well,
it's.
what I usually do is I go to work after that.
Do you ever so do you ever like get just like tired? You ever get like burnt out?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like
I slept like all day yesterday because I had a
Oh,
cold this weekend.
okay.
So, and my body needed it. So I was in and out of sleep all day yesterday.
See, that's why I was like, because, like Ryan, or not Ryan, Chris, the one that cook, he works 2 jobs. He doesn't get burnt out. And then when I see you, you get there at like 4 or 3 o'clock, and you're happy. You look a little tired, but like,
Yeah.
like
Because I enjoy both of my jobs. Like my therapist says to me all the time, she's like, you have your cups full.
yeah,
Like she's like, I think it's a great thing that you enjoy both of your jobs. Like it's not like it's grueling for you. It's
Yeah.
not. I don't dread going to work.
really,
Like yeah, I mean once I'm there, like after a couple of hours, like once the regulars start to leave and stuff, and
Yeah.
the weekend nights, I'm kind of like, but for the most part,
yeah,
I go in there enjoying my job,
that's good. Oh,
and I love my coworkers.
that's fair.
We
Yeah,
have a great team right now.
yeah, dude, I love Martina. Martina, her and I,
She's seriously one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
me too. She listens to like the same kind of music that I do.
Mm.
So when she comes in, she tries to get this.
She's trying. She's doing a really good
I
job.
know,
I'm very proud of her vocals.
Me too. There, because you know the other guy I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Alex the Terrible. Because that song is just insane. And when she did it one day, I was like, "Are you trying to do the new Viking song from Alex the Terrible and Slaughter?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, you kind of sounded just like it."
She's been really like she's been practicing and like strengthening her vocal cords
Yeah.
to do this. Like I'm very proud of her.
Well,
I
you know,
did one 2 weeks ago. I was like angry about something, and I walked up behind her and I was just like, oh, like I can't do it right now.
Yeah.
But she was like, "That was really good." I'm like, "Thank you."
Well, it's funny because like, do you what kind of music do you usually listen to?
I listen to everything but country.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I like that music too. Like I don't know a
Really?
lot of it, but like when I hear stuff, like when Cody and her play it at the end of the night, like I'm like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like I was always an alternative rock music person.
See, I always joke that I definitely was supposed to be an emo kid if I didn't play sports.
Yeah,
I
and
definitely
love
was going to
that
be that
era. I love that era. 30 Seconds to Mars,
Oh God, yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole bunch of bands that are
Breaking
out there.
Benjamin,
Oh, I love Breaking
Yeah.
Benjamin. See, all those are fantastic.
love them.
Gavin and I had we did a debate a little bit ago on air about like our favorite bands and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And do you know the one song, "House of the Rising Sun" by the Animals?
Yes.
So there's a version from Five Finger Death Punch
Okay.
that I rather enjoy.
Okay.
He's going to listen to this and he's going to punch me in the face. I don't think it's better, but I rather enjoy
it's
that.
what you prefer,
Yeah, because I like Five Finger.
right?
Gavin and I almost got physical on air.
Really?
Oh yeah. It was like, I'm like, listen, dude, it's good. He goes, no, he's losing his mind. And I'm like, and I'm losing my
Like,
mind.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying,
Yeah.
it just,
But yeah. Oh, dude, the music's fantastic.
Yeah,
Who's
it's
your favorite band right now?
God, I don't know. I'm going to date myself, but like, I've always been a fan of Incubus.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's fair.
I've always been a fan of them. I don't know. There's something that, I don't know if it's a nostalgic thing.
No, I don't think it's necessarily a nostalgia thing. I think they're good for all the ages too. I
Yeah.
mean, like, and I think a lot of kids now, and a lot of people now, especially like in like lifting or just their like service industry or just like they're constantly moving their body on a
Yeah.
regular basis. They're drifting more to that music, anyways.
Yeah.
Like it's becoming very popular because I've noticed people listening to Incubus or the like Metallica or all these bands, and I'm like, dude, this was weird for me to listen to this, and I was made fun of, but people like that's weird, the screaming.
Right.
But now it's like I've noticed social media has changed a lot of things where these people are actually like hardcore listening to it. And I'm like, oh, interesting.
Right. Well, I mean, even on TikTok, like, I think it's hilarious. Like, and I'm not really like, I'm trying to get more into TikTok. It's not like my natural reaction to just like pull that up on my phone yet.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm on it a lot more lately. And and I keep seeing TikToks with like John Cicada or whatever, and I
Yeah.
think that's hilarious.
Dude, see, TikTok is one of those things because I have like last week I had a constable on. I've had like a bunch of people on, and like they're weary about TikTok. They're not worried about TikTok, but I love it.
I like it. I'm trying to like remember that I have it. You know what I mean? Because
So
I was always I love Instagram
okay, so I'm going to.
for hair stuff.
That's fair. I'm going to warn you. TikTok, I was kind of the same way. I watched them, but didn't really understand it all. I was like, "What is this?" And then they're so popular, and you see reels and stuff like that.
Right.
That all came from TikTok. TikTok has a beautiful algorithm. As much as whatever people are saying about it, the algorithm is so good that once it learns you,
Yeah.
you're gonna
It's
be
starting
you're
to
gonna,
learn
you're
me.
gonna you're gonna be you're gonna be like glued to it.
Right.
Like
I have the weirdest stuff in my algorithm right now because like Martina sends me a lot of stuff and I want her to. Like I told her, I said I need because I love the things that she sends me. And I'm like, I want to follow people like this, but like I don't know. She's like, I'll send them to you so you can like them.
Yeah.
So you can get them in your algorithm or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, I that's actually a really good way of going about it. Is like having your friends and whatever it is send you stuff.
Because she sends me the funniest stuff.
Dude, she'll I realize I don't have Martina's number. She'll send Gage and Cody stuff to then send to me.
Right.
But and it's mostly like Alex terrible stuff. Like like that one song that she was singing. Tries like he's getting down and like he takes a microphone and is bashing his head in and he's bleeding on stage. And I'm like, because I saw him in person.
Okay.
Oh, that was insane. But yeah, you're gonna like TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm just warning you, it might consume a lot of your life.
Yeah.
Like I have to.
I'm starting to get more and more into it lately.
Yeah, I do have to like stop myself.
Yeah.
I have to like mentally be like, okay, put this down.
Well, see, like here's the thing. Like when I'm working with like Maddie and Martina, they're all like quoting from TikTok, and I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You ever heard that like crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room. You ever heard us say that in the kitchen?
No.
That was a TikTok thing, and like
Yeah.
people will know that from Yeah. Well, soon
Like
you'll be
but how is it that like I'm still not seeing these ones that they're quoting from?
Well, so like it's weird, right? It's like that it happened, it went viral, and then virality just goes out. It happened big, then it's not, and then it continues.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Why'd you decide to like, download TikTok?
I've had it.
Oh.
I just never really used it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of downtime, like at the salon,
Some.
to like watch TikToks and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So
But I won't make any.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not going to be in parking lots
I got in
dancing
trouble
around.
making one with Kelly a little while ago.
Why? Oh, in the back room.
Brian
In the
got
Eagle
mad at
room?
me the other day. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to be working.
Yeah. I know. Sorry. Won't have it again.
Wasn't yours though, was it?
What?
Wasn't your TikTok, was it?
No. Anyways, though, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So after like a 4-hour session, right? You're tired. Your hands, like I'm sure your hands have to hurt at a certain point. Really?
Yeah, I'm just used to it.
Dude, how?
I don't know because
You're like a
those
robot.
muscles are used to being used. I don't know.
So you don't get tired.
It's my brain. My brain gets tired.
Okay. So like when you're done, do you move right to another client or?
Sometimes I have two at once. Like they're processing time, and while one's processing, I'm doing another one, and then it like.
What do you mean processing?
Like sitting, waiting for the color to like. Process. So it takes. So you put the color on, and then it has to process.
Oh my gosh.
So it's about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So that 30 minutes, I'll have somebody during that time putting their color on,
and then they
have to see, and then I'll cut the other one while the other one's got color on.
Oh my gosh, that's impressive.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know.
I mean, most hairdressers do it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is all new to me. Like I had like before you came, I had a whole bunch of questions I wanted to ask you, and you've answered them beautifully, which is fantastic. I guess like from someone from me who hears like my girlfriend's here for 4 hours, like I can
Right.
do so much. Like
Oh,
what
how many
happens?
times like people's husbands would be like, "What the hell is taking you so long?" And I'm like, "It's not a haircut. It's
Yeah.
not just a haircut. Like we don't look like this just for with by the snap of a finger. It takes time."
Yeah, no, for sure, and like and I know it's a process, but I guess like it's weird because so many things have happened in that 4 hours,
Right,
and
right.
then
You got so much done.
I got so much, and then
So did she. Believe it or not.
oh
She
no
got
no
a lot done
no no
too.
no, I totally get it. Like in no way am I diminishing the fact of like what that entails.
You just can't wrap your head around
It just can't wrap my head around it,
Right.
and I guess that is very short sighted of me to be saying because like in my head I go, okay,
It's not a norm for you.
it's not a norm, yeah. But like, I guess it's always that trope. My wife
Yeah.
has her hair appointment today. I guess I'll
right.
go golfing.
Right.
Do 32 holes or whatever it is. Yeah, 36.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool, dude. And it's really nice because like, what has to be sick to see is I know like my buddy Kevin has the same thing. It's like you spent all this time, all this energy into someone, and they get to wear your product
and they're
around
happy.
all day. Yeah.
Seeing somebody smile and tell you that they love it, that's the reason why I do it.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
what makes the job.
That's awesome.
So so both of my jobs are people pleasing.
Mm.
So that fulfills me in that aspect that I'm not doing it at home. Which is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to be a people pleaser. Because things can get messy.
I have a problem with that. Outside of work, I have a big problem
Right.
with that. That's
So
yeah.
I'm not as much of a people pleaser as I used to be because
Okay.
I get fulfilled in that at work.
So is that what she meant by like your cup's full?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really healthy. You do that, dude. I love therapy. That's a sick thing.
It was well, I was always an advocate for it. I was always like, everybody should go to therapy, but I didn't go. And it wasn't because I was against it. I just never took that leap. And then I
Yeah.
finally did. And it's the greatest thing. Like, I love her. And I got really, really lucky.
Yeah.
Most people say that it's hard to find your person right off the bat.
Yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
found her. We clicked right away.
That's awesome. I love that, dude.
Yeah. She actually asked me my first session. She was like, "Have you ever thought about going to school for psychology?" I'm like, I'm asked that a lot. I'm like, I basically do
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah. She's like, you just get it. You just get
You do.
You have
You
that emotional
you
gut.
get it.
I just get people.
Well, I think that's why like a lot of people do enjoy your presence. Like,
Oh, thank
you know what it is? And I'm not trying to like butter you up. I'm being very genuine about that because I have never met a person at that place that doesn't like you. And I've also noticed the people that don't, it's because your work ethic or like things that they're externally doing that it's like, well, you're not a genuine person. So then they're like, that's why you get a response. It's like the thing. It's every action has equal and opposite reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've noticed. You've noticed the people who aren't that great have problems with you. The people who are cool, like some people might look at, and like I'm not saying this to be rude. Some people might look at like Martina and be like, "Whoa, this is too much for me." I might not like her just off the or whatever it is. But then it's like, you look at someone and you're like, oh, like Martina really is fantastic. And you guys get along so well.
Oh my God,
she's like my favorite. I
she's
see it
my
all the
partner
time.
in crime.
She's
like,
my favorite human. I love her.
We bounce like she's my spirit animal. As much as you
I
like,
said that the other day.
as much as you look at the two of us and think they are two total opposite people, like her phone is dark and like has like things on it, and then mine looks like an angel. Like we're like, oh, the angel and devil,
yeah.
but we literally are like, we get each other on a deep level.
Yeah, dude, she's fantastic.
She is.
And the time that I've had,
I
been able to spend
love
with
her to death.
she's cool as fuck. It always does catch me off guard though. I was like, I'll be in the back, I'm like doing something to rearrange or like cleaning.
And she'll be like, "Rah."
Like I was like cleaning the side of the fryer the one day, and I heard, and I had to turn around, and she went, "Sorry, I'm getting closer." I was like, "You're gonna get there."
She cracks me up.
Oh,
Like we just, and it's funny because the two of us, like, one of us can't start dancing without the other one joining in. Like I'll be on one side of the room and I'll be like, start bopping my head, and then I turn around and she's doing the same thing. And it'll be vice versa all night long. People are like, the two of you feed off of each other.
That's a good thing though, dude.
Yeah. We have a great dynamic.
So I have one question about the whole bartending thing.
Uh-huh.
How in the hell do you guys? I don't know if this is the same for every like place, but how do you listen to the same sets Friday and Saturday every weekend?
It's hard. It's hard. I have
what
to
she said.
block it
Sorry.
out.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead. You have to block it
I
out.
have to block it out a lot
Yeah.
of times. Like, no offense to the bands, like I think they're all very talented, but the same songs every weekend. Like, I hate those songs. I
Yeah.
hate them.
I had
It's hard.
I was planning to shuffle my like songs on Spotify. I don't know if you have Spotify or not. And it's just my like songs, and I'm like, I'll hear the song that I used to like years ago, and I'm like, no, I can't.
Right.
Do
right.
you remember?
Right. Oh yeah. Forget it. Like
Oh.
anything like Bruno Mars,
Uh-huh.
Justin Timberlake.
Put your
Little
finger
Bit-
to
yeah,
the
I
moon.
hate
Dude, out of all
Pink.
those, Pink. Dude, it's so bad because
Ugh.
people like those songs and they'll put them on.
And they get excited every time.
And I'm like, no. And like I didn't mean to get short with the band a couple weeks ago, but I was like outside. I was just sitting there. And they went, how's everything sounding? And I'm like, same as every weekend. And they went, what? I'm like, no, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I did have to preface. I'm like, I'm telling you, I am an asshole. But Cody always makes a joke like, once I put a chef coat on, I'm an asshole.
Right.
But I'm like, no, like all the bands play the same sets, and they go, really?
They don't know that. Like
I
I
guess
tell
some
them that
do.
too. I say it too. So when a band plays something different, I like make a big deal about it. I'm like,
Really?
oh my god, it was such a refreshing night. Like, because there were two bands that played for the first time this summer.
Dinah, yeah.
Cannot wait for them to come back.
Yeah.
They played everything that I love, like early 2000s, late 90s alternative rock. Sounded great.
Yep.
They were playing like Paramore. They had a girl. Oh my god, it was so good.
Dude,
I love Paramore.
So funny story. My coach, who actually was at the bar Saturday.
Okay.
And he actually met Paramore
Really?
before they were big.
No way.
Because he was on the cusp of like getting. He has a band too.
Okay.
And they would play at small locations like around the country and stuff like that. And he goes, and he literally goes, he's like, he showed me like, I don't think he showed me a video, but he's like, they're gonna be big one day. Now
Oh my
Paramore, now
God.
there's fucking.
How could they? I mean, she's incredible.
Oh, she's so hot.
Her range. I know she is. She is. Her range though, man, like she can sing.
I know.
She's great. So this girl, she wasn't even in the band. She was like a friend of theirs, and they brought her up to sing a couple Paramore songs, and she killed it.
Was it Dinah? Was that the band?
I don't know.
What do they look like?
Young.
Like how?
They
like,
were younger.
Was there a whole bunch of them?
No.
Okay, because I know.
There were two bands. One of them was Atomic 77.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were really good.
Yeah, I know them.
And then this other band, I can't remember. Cody knows who they are because he really liked them.
I think it's Dinah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because I know. Were they like two young girls?
No, there were no. I don't think there were any girls in
Okay,
the
then
band.
never mind. This is not who I thought it was.
Yeah,
'cause
there
I
were
know.
no. This girl they brought up from like the crowd. Like
Oh,
she comes
oh.
to every thing
Oh.
and then she sings with them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then with like them, I'm like, yeah, you guys, like I hear this every weekend.
I wish that these people could play every weekend. I'm like, oh God, when are they coming back? They're all coming back in January, so we have.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but I don't know what's until then. So.
I don't know all those schedules. Once 8 o'clock goes on, like my body just feels 7:52. That's just what in my head.
Yeah.
And I don't care what's happening. I'm putting music on because I know exactly what's about to come through my ears. And then I get to hear Brian go, "I told him not to be so loud," and then runs out and yells at the sound guy. And then they like turn it down. Next thing you know, like an hour later, they're bringing it right back up.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Excuse me. It is so uncomfortable to be in the presence of Brian yelling at these people. He did it Saturday, and I was like, oh God, like cringing. Like because I was outside smoking, and they pulled their car up, and I saw the car pull.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
'cause
oh
we had a
God.
wedding.
And then I heard the one person get out and say, I just got screamed at for doing that, so you might want to move your car. And then here he comes. And I'm like, oh, God, I just want to run away.
Yeah, dude.
It's so uncomfortable.
It is. It is. But the thing is like, this is what I have learned, though, is things like this happen so often that, like, you just lose your patience for it.
Right.
Because, like, I
No,
know,
I
like,
get it.
like
I
there's a
get
lot
it.
of things that, like, I totally can handle.
And he
like,
probably told them 15 times
Yeah.
before, like, in emails
Without
or
a
whatever,
doubt.
just don't pull back there or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they do anyway.
Yeah. Then that's the one thing is what I've learned about people, like whether like weddings or golfers or it's like it happens so often where like you might like tap my shoulder, but it's happened a million times today.
Right.
Like the whole golfer incident of walking through the kitchen. I'm like, dude, like it
Well,
happened
they
so many
were-
times that day. I'm like, I can't do this.
They were also obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a rough one, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm
That
sure
whole
you probably
40 minutes, I was like, I know Matt. And I know that this was not a 40-minute wait.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
And it was 11.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
I made sure I walked out there with a big smile on my face and handed him his food. I said, it was actually technically 11 minutes, not 40, just so you're aware.
Well, he got banned. He got kicked out last year because Brian caught him doing it too.
Peeing in the sink.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. Yeah.
It's so funny because I feel like that industry now has ruined my ability to be out in public sometimes because like, and I will never make a scene. I will never bother anyone. And I'm never gonna outwardly like if I see something wrong, I'm like I'm not gonna like fix it. Like I'm gonna just let it be.
Right.
But like I noticed I have very little patience for the small things that people would be like, that's annoying, but whatever. Like
I do too. It jades you.
it does.
It really does. Yeah, you become
And
very
I'm only
jaded.
24 now.
Like yeah.
You're
and
what,
that's-
23? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
23.
insane.
Yeah. Like I used to be so bubbly and be like, ah, nah, nah. Now I'm like, I hate everybody. Like at a certain point of the night, I hate everybody.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like it was funny because when I get there, and I usually get there like 12 or 1, whatever it is, like I'm fun, I'm cool, no one's bothering me, I'm having a great time. And then it's like
There's
it hits like
something that
it's like
switch.
4 or 5 o'clock, like when all of you guys, the servers, when all of you like get to see me, but I've already been there for 4 or 5 hours, and I'm like, this has been messed up so many times today, and we're still doing it.
Right.
Like, and then that, like, cause like it's, cause like I was talking to Michaela one night. I was like, she's like, you're so mad, and I'm like, Michaela, what time did you get here? She's like, I got here like 5. I'm like, cool. I've been here since 12 o'clock.
Right. Yeah.
And it is now
dealing
7.
with stupidity for hours.
I've had to work with, like then I'm just like, I'm just constantly the whole day. So, but
Yep.
yeah, dude, I don't know. So you work at 4 today, huh?
Yeah.
You so excited?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Well, we
great.
got the Phillies game tonight.
Oh
so.
my, no, really?
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing a Philly shirt.
Another thing that is ruined.
Maybe that's why you're working tonight.
Probably. Yeah. They just go, oh, they'll be fine. That'll be good. They'll still me in. I think it's just me tonight.
Okay. Ryan's not
but-
working.
What?
Ryan's not working.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I like him.
I like him too. He's very good. Yeah, the new guy's really
That
cool.
was a good hire.
Yeah, all 3 of them were. I like those guys.
I like Chris too. I don't know the other guy. I don't
You'll
even
like
know
him.
his name.
Zoland.
Zoland. That's his first name.
I think so. Very good kid. I like him a lot. He'll fit right in, dude.
Okay.
Fit right in.
Cool.
But yeah, dude. That is another thing.
And that's sorry.
No, good.
That's something that I think a lot of people don't understand is that the dynamics between coworkers are so important.
Oh, without a doubt.
You have to work with these people. If there's one that's off, it throws everything off.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like you have to I know that like okay, if they're a good bartender, that's great, but if they're not clicking with the rest of the bartenders that they're working with, it's not going to be great. No. It throws everything off.
Yeah.
The dynamic matters so much. Like if you get along, you all know that you can trust each other. You all know that you can trust that each other's going to have each other's back, and we're going to have everything done the right way. That's what makes it run smoothly.
Yeah.
And people notice that. Customers notice it. They say it to me all the time, like, you and Martina work so well together because we have a great dynamic.
Sure. Yeah.
You can't have a great dynamic with somebody who only thinks about themselves.
Plus, it's also nice when you go to work. You're like, oh, because like, I've done it with Gordon for I don't know how long.
Right.
Like there was like one Friday, like I was like, fuck, dude, like I don't really have anyone here. Like people, I don't have new people. And then I saw it was Gordon that was closed with me, and it was just him and I. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I
Yeah.
left in a good mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out Gordon. But
Miss you, Gordon.
but yeah. So I guess we'll wrap this thing up. We'll call it Chipotle.
Okay.
Done an hour and 4.
Oh, wow.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. After we cut a little bit like the beginning, because like like when we started, and then yeah, dude. So Miss Daria, is there any way that these people could get in touch with you? Unless you don't be up for don't put on numbers or emails I was just in a different way.
No, I'm kidding.
No. Instagram, Facebook, social media. If you
Instagram
want.
is Daria Lynn Lyn 11.
Okay.
I don't even know what my TikTok is.
No, that's fine. I'll find all. You guys will see it all live. Like, she can't see it, but it is at her feet. And then, yeah, dude, thank you so much for being on today. Sorry, I was like weird when I got here. I was like sweating. I was like trying to run around, and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much happening. And then, yeah, so that's on me. But I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Guys, if you're looking to get into this industry, either bartending or working on hair and things like that, this is a great person to listen to. Reach out to her. I know you guys have reached out to a bunch of people in the past for questions. Just be respectful, and we're all cool.
All right.
Miss Daria, thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.